my body to be as pure as an incense burner. I aspire for my mind to be like the light of wisdom. With every thought, I burn this incense of discipline and meditation to dedicate myself to the past, present, and the future Buddhas of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings, which eternally exist in the land of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Sangha, the community which eternally exists in the land of the 10 directions. We reverently call upon Amida Buddha, the world-honored one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon Shakyamuni Tathagata, the enlightened one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this sacred place. The harmful actions I have done in the past are all derived from my inherent greed, anger, and delusion. Born of my conduct, words, and thoughts, I now repent them all. Namu Amida Bu, Namu Amida Bu, Namu Amida Bu, Namu Amida, Namu Amida Bu, Namu Amida Bu, Namu Amida Bu, Namu Amida. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Bu. Mujo Jinjin Mimyoko, Yakusen Nanmo Nansogu, Nakon Kenmon. Just first, profound and wondrous Dharma, even after 100,000 billion years, is difficult to encounter. We now here receive and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. Bussetsu Makanya Haramita Shingyo Kanji Dai Bosatsu great perfect wisdom heart sutra. The noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, while practicing deeply the perfection of wisdom, realized that the five aggregates are empty, thus attaining release from all suffering. Charipura form is no different from emptiness, and emptiness is no different from form. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Feeling, perception, thought, and consciousness are also like this. All the dhammas, phenomena, are marked by emptiness. They neither arise nor cease. They neither divide nor pure. They neither increase nor decrease. Thus, in emptiness, there is no form, no sensation, perception, action, and consciousness. No eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. No form, sound, scent, taste, touch, and cognition. There is no realm of sight, and so on up to the realm of consciousness. There is no ignorance, nor the extinction of ignorance. Further, there is no old age and death, nor extinction of old age and death. There is no suffering, origination, cessation, and errors. There is no wisdom, and no attainment without anything to attain. A bodhisattva relies on the perfection of wisdom. Thus, the mind is without obstacles. Without any obstacle, therefore, it is without fear. Far beyond all distorted perception, one reaches Nibbana. All the Buddhas of the past, present, and the future depend on the perfection of wisdom, and thus attain and subvert perfect awakening. Thus know the perfection of wisdom as a great transcendent mantra, the resplendent mantra, the unsurpassed mantra, the incomparable mantra, capable of removing all suffering is true, not false. Thus, we proclaim the perfection of wisdom mantra, proclaim this mantra which says, gone, gone beyond, completely gone to the other shore of true awakening. This is the heart of perfect wisdom sutra. Buddha's original vows are the essential gate to the ultimate bliss. May this merit be transferred equally to enable us to immediately attain birth in the pure. June. Namu Ami Namu 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 Ami Namu Ami Namu Tu Namu Ami Namu. Infinite light of Amida Buddha illuminates the 10 directions of the world, and all who call upon his name shall be received and never abandoned. Namu Amida Namu Amida 来悲願の皆仏案件教主神に仏六法文字少女諸仏観音聖初代菩薩極楽会少女大願修道一切三宝法大祇園ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブチュナムアミダブ天気は十時間上明未来に行く因縁用学優勝のに襲来上ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブチュナムアミダ高度高明伝統大時間大高度天然上高空時間名称和人工に対し本年上人大上中国自称法上人山長期主演治療中上人山国伝大上伝統大女子と主義音ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは東和愛浄土宗別因願者上人十五上人歴代上人なる土地が議会在天皇主上人並びに開業上人専門主上霊福音行安行円満ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは指導部も一体何のつけて編集用尊者独楽空輸名もやりく長少浄土ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは自問聖霊道縁具足無所証芸道上ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブチュナムアミダブまた願わくは当時会期以来一切専門諸証人当時会期以来手段のつにいっぱい合敗神毛中院首相霊と追善五条菩提ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは元に将来諸宿毒開室へこ本日6月23日永代教指導友のところの奨励は本世主米本時子より時に1957年俗名米本勇こと西洋有心禅上門並びに米本家先祖代々追善上上代また願わくは本世主比嘉初子より1980年俗名比嘉義雄こと常用義行神事並びに比嘉家先祖代々追善上上菩提また願わくは本世主浜崎ジェームス幸男より富ろうところの奨励は1994年俗名浜崎義子こと上与妙高神妙追善増上菩提また願わくは本世主荒川丈之助荒川家より富ろうところの奨励は1948年俗名荒川丈之助こと上陽浄土神事追善増上菩提また願わくは本世主宝光一より富ろうところの奨励は1974年俗名宝光介 トムのところの奨励は1924年、俗名、岸本喜八こと、常用文章、精神寺追善増上大。また願わくは本世州、浄土州、ハワイ別院より、トムロところの奨励は時に2019年、俗名、宗名、柴村近い上人、神蓮者賞与上人、旧は昇格近い大師追善、将言浄土。ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、ナムアミダブ、チュナムアミダブ。また願わくは戦士領物を難をし三害眼で無縁無縁ないし崩壊平等利益願にし不動不平等性一切同発五大神法女安楽幸福。We aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all. May we together develop the aspiration for enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of perfect peace and peace. Namu Amida. Good morning and aloha from Jodo Mission of Hawaii in Honolulu. Today is June 23rd, and I happen to know that today is a memorial date for the late Bishop Chikai Shibamura. And Bishop Shibamura was a bishop who hired me to work for Jodo Mission of Hawaii. And thanks to Bishop Chikai Shibamura, I am now here. So I'm very grateful for Bishop Chikai Shibamura and what he has taught. He was very strict, and whatever I do, he always instructed, and then but as I recall, when I actually working over here, Bishop Shibamura was always strict, and then ちょっとうるさいand however, after so many years, I truly appreciate that we need a person who can, point out the problems or whatever. He's always be honest, straight to say whatever he thinks it's wrong. And then sometimes, even when he may be wrong, and then maybe I thought, I may be right, but he always says that you're wrong, and that actually good memory. And then at that time I was very young, and so and then he was very talkative. Always he enjoyed the discussion. So I really appreciate to have this opportunity to pray with Chikai Shibamura. And yesterday, somebody called me, the hospice called me that Jodo Mission member is dying. And whenever I hear, somebody is dying, this is my top priority. And because I experienced a regret in the past, somebody, sensei, my mom is dying, but I think it's okay. And so I actually didn't go immediately. So tomorrow, I have, going to Rifue. So I thought when I go to Rifue, I can stop by, for my convenience to visit a dying member. Then before tomorrow, I learned that she passed away. That was a big regret. The fact the member called the minister is actually already need help, immediate help, right? So although family said, sensei, when you have time, so they are very compassionate to say, sensei, when you have time, please come to visit mom, at the hospital. And then although they say that when you have time, but who knows, she can hold, to the next day. Nobody knows when to die. So as soon as we receive a phone call that somebody is dying, then because of the regret that I couldn't make it before she passed away, that was my big regret. And so after that, every time I receive a phone call that somebody is dying, that's my top priority. Whatever I do visit the person because of the regret. So I wasn't able to make it to see the person and the family, and I was able to offer prayer to the deceased. I forgot. Sorry, I completely forgot to read Words of Honen Shonin today. It's about Raiko Shonen. It's about near death. And traditionally, we have right thought. Right thought is called shonen, or right mindfulness. It's very important. And for the next life, it is whether you have right mind or right thought or not, it's matter. It's a very important matter that whether you are going to be born in the Pure Land or not, reincarnation at the last moment is very important. And so without having right mindfulness or right thought, we cannot be born in good land. That is our traditional idea. And however, Honen Shonin understand that because you don't actually need to think about right mindfulness or right thought, because Amida Buddha is coming, because Amida Buddha is coming to welcome the deceased, the person who is dying, then it's naturally you have right thought, you have right mindfulness. So that is Honen Shonin idea. So for Jodo Shu, we value, or we actually important for the Amida Buddha's Raiko, coming to welcome is very important. Because of the fact Amida Buddha is coming to welcome the person, we can have right mindfulness. So today is about this Raiko Shoden. Receiving compassion. In general, those who sincerely wish for birth in the Pure Land, who, with implicit faith in the essential vow of Buddha Amitabha, continue to vocalize Nembutsu, will meet their end in the best of circumstances. That is the purpose of welcoming Buddha Amitabha, is to establish the rightly settled state of mind for birth in the Pure Land in the Nembutsu devotee's final moment. Those who do not understand this simply think that Buddha Amitabha will come to welcome them if Nembutsu is recited with right-mindedness at the time of death. They neither believe in the essential vow nor understand the meaning of the teaching of the sutra. So without thinking of the essential vow, without believing the essential vow, we may misunderstand that Buddha Amitabha is come to welcome if Nembutsu is recited. So if Nembutsu is recited with right-mindedness, right-minded state of right-mindedness. So Nembutsu with right-mindedness, then Amida Buddha come is actually wrong, mistake. Amida Buddha come, then we have right-mindedness, and that is the correct understanding. Concerning the rightly settled state of mind for birth in the Pure Land in one's final moments, the sutra in praise of Pure Land states, Buddha Amitabha save us with his compassion, fostering tranquility in our hearts. Through the merit of Nembutsu frequently recited in daily life, Buddha Amitabha is certain to come to take us to the Pure Land at our time of death. The Nembutsu practitioner will establish the rightly settled state of mind for birth, for Ojo, when he sees Buddha Amitabha coming to welcome him. Consequently, it is indeed a misguided person who perceives the daily practice of Nembutsu as meaningless and who does so merely for acquisition of the rightly settled state of mind for birth in the Pure Land, and the welcoming Buddha Amitabha at the time of death. It should be noted that those who believe in the essential vow never harbor doubts about their final moment. We must renew our dedication to Nembutsu, which we are reciting today. So, whenever I go to the hospital to pray, to our prayer to the deceased, I recite Namu Amida Butsu on behalf of the person, because the person who is dying cannot say Namu Amida Butsu. So on behalf of the person, I recite Namu Amida Butsu, so that the person can hear Namu Amida Butsu at the very moment of death. So that is very important. So, you know, people tend to call the minister after the person die, but actually it is better to call the minister, you know, to offer prayer to Namu Amida Butsu, to recite Namu Amida Butsu on behalf of the family. So, once again, whenever I, you know, hear the request to offer prayer to the dying person, that's actually try to be my top priority. No, so yesterday was kind of very busy schedule, but I stopped, you know, job, and then I went to the hospital, and then that I want to continue to the service. Well, anyway, thank you very much. Namu Amida Butsu, Sainen-san, ありがとうございます。Thank you very much, and then have a great day. Namu Amida Butsu. 来来時期愛民の伝道書